this one, we're going to be talking about the Jamaica National Trials. They're calling it the Jamaican National Championship. Whichever way you want to call it, it's the same thing. Now, we've seen some big performances so far on day one. Today is day two, and we'll be going live later on to bring you full coverage of everything that's happening at the National Stadium. But from day one, let me say, it's going to be a crazy day too. We saw the 100 meters for females. Sharika Jackson qualified with the fastest time. We had the Clayton twins, Tina and Tia, coming in second and third respectively. And Shelly and Fraser Price obviously is there. And most of the big names are there. Alana Reid, Brianna Williams, you name it. I want to speak about the male side because here's the situation that we're faced with. We have some Jamaican male athletes that we'd love to see go on to represent Jamaica. We have those that are our favorites, you know, the regulars, the Oblique Seville and the Kishane Thompson and the Akeem Blake. They're the ones who have been holding up the flag for Jamaica on the male side of track and field for the last couple of years. Mind you, they haven't really set the world on fire. Kishane Thompson got close to it last year where he was placed second, but what I saw on day one means day two is going to be crazy, crazy, crazy stuff, people. Crazy stuff. And if you get the opportunity to, please, I beg of you, ensure that you tune in later on today for the semi-final and the finals. It's going to be I don't know. I don't have all the superlatives to describe what's going to be happening at the National Stadium, but I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of what transpired yesterday. Now, Bryan Levell, yeah man, Bryan Levell, a youngster, used to be Edwin Allen standout on the male side. Yeah, now mind you, Edwin Allen, they've never been known to set the world on fire when it comes on to the male side of track. But on the female side, we see the Clayton twins who have been working magic since they matriculated to the senior level. Bryan Levell is currently being coached by Sneaky Osborne. And I know you're wondering, why does that name sound familiar? It's because it actually is. Osborne was the one who was actually coaching Elaine Thompson-Hera. Now, Elaine Thompson-Hera won't be at the National Championship, but she's been doing a wonderful job with Bryan Levell. And now we can see why she was charging the amount that she was charging. I know there was I don't even want to go into it, but she's doing a magnificent job with Bryan Levell. A couple of weeks ago at the Racers Grand Prix, I saw him in the 200 meters and he clocked 19.79 seconds. That time would ultimately be disallowed really because of the wind that was aiding him on the day. So the wind was too much, and as such, it cannot be considered an official time. But just the form that he showed on the day going into the 100 meters yesterday, we knew that he had something up his sleeve, and he looked comfortable. He looked comfortable. It looked like he was one of those persons who will be on the plane to the World Championship in Tokyo later on this year. Now, Bryan Levell, the time that he registered actually was World Championship qualifying time, because the time 9.99, I believe it was, World Championship qualifying time. That in and of itself, and he was the fastest qualifier on the male side. Now, looking at the rest of the field, we saw Christopher Taylor, and I speak of Christopher Taylor second because, again, we know who the usual culprits are. We have Kishane Thompson, Oblique Seville, Akeem Blake. These are the folks to beat. These are the guys to beat. But Christopher Cobby Taylor, he came back earlier on this season. Everyone was turning heads looking to see what event he was going to participate in. Remember, Christopher Taylor, usually it's a 400 meters, that sort of athletes. He decided, hey, I'm going to focus on the 200 meters and the 100 meters. Looked good in the preliminary stages, went on to the heats. And he looked good in the heat as well. He was placed third. I believe it was 10:27 is what he clocked. And again, you could see the effort that he was putting into it. He wants to compete. He wants to do well. And don't be surprised if Christopher Taylor earns himself a spot on that team. Now, thirdly, Buaji and Nkrumah. I speak about Nkrumah because, again, he has been one of the top sprinters at the junior level, matriculated to the senior level, had his fair share of injuries, and And at one point, we were even worried because it didn't seem as if he was going to get back to his best or anywhere near his best anytime soon. Now remember, Nkrumah dipped below 10 seconds as a junior. He dipped below 10 seconds as a junior. So he's extremely quick. In his race, he was placed second. A good performance from him, and he's currently being coached by Glenn Mills, so you know he's sharing the camp with Oblique Civil, so both of them will know what each other is up to, and they'll be pushing each other to the limit in training on a daily basis. Now, some notable mention: Kishane Thompson, as usual, he shut down his race about 45 meters in. We had Akeem Blake winning his race. Oblique Civil, similar to Kishane Thompson, but I don't know how I feel about Oblique Civil because I don't know. I think Arsenal fans are able to relate to it because Oblique Civil, he usually gets our hopes so high, and then when we get to the main thing, he lets everyone down. So I don't know. I'm happy to see that he's going fast as he usually does, but I'm not getting my hopes up too much because we've seen in the past where Oblique Civil has looked brilliant in the early stages, and when we get to the main event, when we get to the pinnacle, he doesn't deliver. So let's hope this year it's different. Fingers crossed. But as I mentioned, Christopher Taylor, Bryan Levell, Boaji, and Nkrumah, keep an eye out for those three gentlemen because they will be out to upset the field of Kishane Thompson, Oblique Civil, and Akeem Blake. I'm curious to hear though, what are your thoughts, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers? Were you impressed by the showing on day one, and how excited are you going into the semi-finals and finals of the 100 meters for men? Let me know below this video, and remember, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.